Thing I've seen several students do is when they send emails, they use really generic openings like hello, comma, or good afternoon, comma, and then dive into what they're trying to communicate. And I just can't overstate the importance of using people's names when you're talking to them. It might feel kind of negligible or like not a big deal, but it really is important to people, and it shows that you've done your research, you know who's who, you know who you're talking to, and it can help you prevent yourself from coming across, unintentionally as impersonal, or like you're sending the same sort of thing to a ton of companies. So really using people's names, and then also on the topic of emailing, is if you're ever concerned about whether an email or any communication from a company requires or necessitates a response, err on the side of yes. So over communicate rather than under communicate. So even if it's just a quick, got it, thanks, looking forward to talking to you tomorrow. But over communicating is I think a better idea than erring on the side of under communicating. Yeah, so one thing is to try to end things on a high note. So you never know who knows whom out there. It's a small world. And so how you can do this, an easy way to do this, is send a follow-up email after your interview, preferably later in the same day, or at least the next day, within 24 hours. And in that email, just express gratitude for the time and consideration that the person spent with you. And then maybe, mention something that stood out, a detail from the conversation you had, or something that resonated with you. But when it comes to the hiring process, everything matters, how you carry yourself, how you treat people. And so just ensuring that you are aware of that and are ending things on a high note can be really helpful and could maybe be the differentiator between you and another candidate. Try not to panic or judge yourself if your process for getting a job or internship post grad feels like it's taking a little bit longer than your friends or your classmates. We're all on our own journeys. It can also often feel like, everybody's got something figured out except me, but that's really not true. Again, we're all running our own race, and, it's unlikely that what you do in the year or two after college is what you're going to end up doing long-term anyway. So my advice would be just to try to take some pressure off yourself and just continue to do the next right thing, and you'll be fine.